late. Please follow me. Please allow me to escort you to your room. What? The small raggedy doll leapt between Mama Bear and me. Her arms were spread wide as if she was protecting him. Protecting him from what? No, I won't let you trouble my prince any further. Lily's reaction surprised me. She'd been so softly spoken and gentle since I came here. Your prince? A dark blush spread across her face. She seemed mortified as her words sunk into the air between us. I mean, I shall be the one to escort you to your room. Are you sure, Lady Lily? I thought you still had things to do. I do. I mean, I'm done now. There's no trouble. Ha ha ha. I looked at the raggedy doll, curious at how flustered she'd become. I wonder if she was acting like this around Mama Bear a lot. Exactly like a girl in love. A raggedy doll fell in love with a teddy bear would make for the cutest love story ever. Sol only smiled and thanked her. It seemed he was completely oblivious to poor Lily's feelings. Please, this way, my lady. Sure. We walked along the hallway in silence. It didn't take long for the awkwardness to set in. She hadn't even spoken a single word since we left the bears. The ragged doll still seemed flustered from earlier. I was very certain she called him Prince a while ago. I felt the edge of my lips curve at the very realization of it. Say, yes? She turned to me quite abruptly and her cheeks had become a bright red too. You like him? Right? I gave Lily a sweet, teasing smile. The fabric in her cheeks lost colour. What? How did you know that? Are you psychic? I didn't let the giggle leave my chest in case it might upset her. She was adorable when she stuttered. To be frank, you're very, very obvious. Huh? No! Pressing her hands to her embarrassed face, Lily fled the hallway and disappeared. Wait! I remained there dumbstruck. She hadn't even told me what room was to be mine. A mansion filled with talking toys. How do I feel like things will only get crazier soon? I fidgeted, trying to stand still, while 3 teddy bears examined me head to toe. Flashback. Lady Aura, I have a favour to ask of you. If it's alright, I want to make a dress for you. What? So he began to fidget, his little paws pushing against one another. You see, I design clothes, and it's been a long time since I last made one for a person. Not only was Sol a prince, but a prince that could make clothes. It was a rare thing to even think about. I stared at Sol, fascinated, and tried to imagine him sewing. I thought about his favour for a while. But then again, I needed a distraction to keep my mind busy from thinking too much about my current situation. If you don't mind me being your model, then I'll gladly do it. End of flashback. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous as a tape measure told 3 males my body size. My body shape. Even if they were teddy bears, it was kind of embarrassing. Perfect! Finally got the measurements for you. Alright. Sol hopped down from a chair, rolling up his measuring tape. It has been 5 days since I arrived at the cursed mansion of the Deluxe family, and every time I woke up, I still hoped that everything I discovered was just a dream. I will never forget you, my dearest hopes and dreams. I uttered a long sigh just as I felt something heavy fall onto my chest. I hope we'll encounter each other again before the afterlife. The Sol I saw today was completely different from the usual persona he showed everyone. Right now he seemed exactly like a child with a new toy. So I'm the toy then? You better make sure her dress is as cute as her. Of course, a beautiful lady only deserves the best. Stop it, you two. You're flattering me too much. We're only saying the truth, my lady. You're both extricating. Exasperating. I looked over at the grumpy Royale, sitting at the foot of my bed with his arms crossed. He was always so blunt. Dion tested Royale, waving a paw at him. Royale, Royale, Royale. A beautiful person like Aura wears finest clothing is a remarkable sight. You clearly don't know how to appreciate real beauty. Like I've said before, you have bad taste. Hey, don't you know it's cruel for a German to tell a woman she's not beautiful? I didn't say that she's ugly. You just indirectly said so. My smile started to crack and I felt my eyebrows begin to twitch. My self-esteem couldn't take much more of this. Come on, you two, you're making Lady Aura uncomfortable. Tsk, I'm out of here. Royal jumped from my bed and strolled out of the room. I wanted to tell him off for being so grumpy all the time, but that seemed like an excuse and futility. And you, brother, I thought Miss Maria told you to tend to the garden. I'm a little white teddy bear, dearest brother. Do you think I've let myself get soiled with dirt? Dion's tone of voice seemed light-hearted, but I couldn't help but feel that tension was forming in the room. Besides, it's hard taking care of my soft, silky fur. It requires high maintenance. Saul sighed, turning away from Dion and making notes on his paper. Tell that to Miss Maria. No way, that demon will surely eat me alive. That's why I'm expecting you to cover for me. Saul flinched and turned around. He looked exasperated. Even his teddy bear appearance didn't hide what looked like unhappiness. I've been covering for you for so many years, big brother. Isn't it about time for you to accept your responsibility? It was Dion's turn to flinch this time. Saul shook his head. He seemed like he wanted to say something, but he kept quiet. Dion frowned and crossed his arms. Mother! Dion frowned and crossed his arms. You know, Saul, you ought to be yourself. What do you mean? We're not the only ones left here, yet you act like things haven't changed. Saul flinched again and he shook a little. I wasn't wrong about it this time. He looked depressed. I know we look like them now, but you're not a toy, Saul. You can be whoever you want now, and I miss the old Saul. I looked at Saul and then at Dion. I didn't understand what they were talking about. Even though it was my room, I felt like I was eavesdropping on something I shouldn't. Ow! Why does my chest feel tight all of a sudden? I reached up to my chest, my hand touching the rusty locket my mother gave me. Anyway, I better go now before the demon sees me here. Dion saluted us before strolling out of the room. I let out a sigh of relief. The tension started to subside now that Dion had left. Must be nice to live carefree while others clean up after you. You're supposed to be the heir, not me. Saul spoke in such a low voice that I didn't quite hear everything he said. I did get the last part though. I'd heard before that Saul was the next heir, but Dion was older than him. Why wasn't he the next heir? I hope you don't mind me asking. But why is Dion not the heir? I'm not saying that you're not suited to become the heir or anything. Saul smiled at me, but it wasn't the same smile he had on earlier. This one felt tired and forced. Brother was indeed supposed to be the heir, but father had some difficulties handling him. He was too responsible and carefree. Saul struggled with the last word. I didn't disagree given what I'd seen of Dion since coming here. He complimented me a lot, but he acted like he didn't have a care in the world. He spent more time dodging chores than doing them. Saul shook his head as if to clear the air, changing the subject. Anyway, I'm very excited to design the dress for you. I didn't dare to further ask him about their troubles with Dion. All I have made since then are the ones that Gold wears every day, as a doll, that is. That's why I'm really looking forward to this. Saul's shoulders slumped and he looked outside the window with a distant expression on his face. Father was not pleased when he found out I enjoyed designing clothes. He thought it was inappropriate for a son to like such a thing, especially as the heir to the Deluxe family. Saul's smile remained wishful for a moment. I tried to think of something uplifting to say, but the words were stuck in my throat. By the way, what kind of dress do you prefer? I decided not to pursue the tension from before. I don't know. Something elegant or something sexy. Saul tilted his head to the left and lifted his right paw to his lips. It was like he was trying to imagine me in such a dress. Elegant, huh? Well, I have never worn anything elegant before, so it probably wouldn't suit me anyway. An elegant dress would definitely suit you, my lady. In fact, any kind of dress will look good on you. I lifted my head, but I couldn't get the blush off my cheeks. I know I've said this before, but you really flatter me too much. His reply was another smile, glassy eyes glimmering. You are truly a beautiful woman, Aura. You should not underestimate yourself so much. My face started to burn red. Stop that. Now I understood why Lily fell for him. He was good at making a girl feel special. It wasn't simply the words, but his genuine nature. Dion flirted a lot, but it wasn't the same as Saul's soft-spoken compliments. I can finally keep myself busy once again. Just don't work too hard, okay? I leaned down to pat him on the head. When he looked up at me, his head nuzzled into my palm. Of course. By God, a teddy bear is making me a dress. Oh my God, that is adorable. I want one. Almost 2 weeks had passed since I arrived at the deluxe mansion. Oh my gosh, this room is gorgeous. I kept myself busy enough. I helped with the general chores such as cooking, which I'd finally been able to do after convincing them. At least I could pretend I had made it to my new job and practice my skills. However, I still had no idea how to break this curse. Seeing the images of my wrinkly old self being trapped here forever wasn't helping either. It freaked me out rather than motivate me to look harder, to look for the solution. At least the toys won't see themselves getting old over the years. After I said that, I realized I should keep it to myself. Being trapped in toy bodies wasn't a good thing after all. I often thought about the youngest child, Gold. They said she was a doll who remained lifeless, and I continuously wondered why. Why is she different? Maybe she holds a clue to breaking the curse. As I whispered this myself while wandering the East Ring, I remembered that I didn't know which room was Gold's. In fact, they hadn't told me anything more about her. It's probably because they don't trust me yet. However, as I walked the halls, I realized I needed to meet Gold. I just had this feeling in my chest. I hoped everyone would agree. I knocked on the door of Saul's workshop. It was the room he used for sewing projects. Saul looked up from his drafting board. There were sketches under his paws. Is there something troubling you, Lady Aura? I know this is kind of straightforward, but is it okay with you? Would I be allowed to meet your sister? Saul didn't say anything in response. He sort of tilted his head in thought and touched a paw to his lips. I'm sorry, I know I'm asking a lot, but you said I must have come here for a reason, right? Saul remained silent. I understood that he needed to think about it, and it made sense for him to hesitate, but still I feared that he would reject my request. He hopped down from his chair and walked past me. Saul? Please follow me, Lady Aura. Saul led me to a set of large white double doors. I've seen these doors countless times already, but never really paid attention to it. He opened it and ushered me inside. Beyond the door, on a velvet settee, sat the most beautiful doll I'd ever seen. Her shiny golden curls cascaded down her shoulders. Her eyes were as blue as the sky, but looking into those eyes gave me a dismissal feeling. They seemed empty. This is my sister Gold. She's beautiful, indeed. Saul hesitated, then looked up at me. I apologize for not introducing you sooner. It's just that Gold is very precious to us. We want to protect her at all costs. I hope you won't be offended by this. I shook my head and smiled at him. Don't worry, I understand. Will the others be okay with this? They won't question my decision, but I don't think it would be an issue with anyone. We've been discussing whether to introduce you to Gold for some time. Aura? A girl's voice called me. I whipped my head around. There was no one there except for Saul and I. Did you hear that? Hear what? Someone called my name. Saul gave me a concerned look as he continued to glance around the room. I didn't hear anything at all. Feeling apprehensive, I instinctively reached for my locket and squeezed it for reassurance. It was impossibly warm. Ah! My vision blurred and the world around me began to spin. Oh gosh, what's happening? I heard Saul's voice yelling my name, but it faded to silence as I collapsed into the darkness. My heart. I heard that sweet, melodic voice again, but I didn't understand what it was talking about.